Hey, how's it going? Happy Friday. It is June 4th, and we are here for Friday Coffee Talks number 20. Got some coffee today in the Jimmy Fallon mug. This is from Land of a Thousand Hills Coffee. I picked this up last week. It's their espresso blend. So definitely check them out. They're at the Halcyon in Alpharetta. So if you haven't been by there, incredible development that they've got there. Some awesome restaurants. Kids have a blast in the little park area there. But check out Land of a Thousand Hills. Their coffee shop is huge, and they have really, really, really good coffee. So glad I stocked up on this. It's excellent. That's what we're rocking today. It's into the summertime. We're well in Atlanta. It is hot already. We are good to go. We were at the beach a couple weekends ago for my aunt's wedding. Last weekend, we're out by the pool. And there's nothing that I love to do more out by the pool than to put on some music in my headphones and read books. I'm not a huge reader anymore. I used to be back in the day, but if I'm sitting out in the sun, I hate the beach and I don't necessarily love sitting out in the sun. So really the only way that I can tolerate those things is with a book. So I'm gonna go through a few books I've read recently. A lot of you probably have already read some of them, but here's Connor's Book Club. Totally ripping that off from Oprah today. So the first one, this guy right here, Extreme Ownership by Jocko Willink and Leif Babin. Most of you have probably already heard about this book. It's one of the biggest ones out there. I feel like this should be required reading though. It's incredible, and the concept inside is just super, super good. Leadership the Navy SEAL way, according to Jocko and Leif. Really the core of this book is everything's your fault, no matter what. And I really like that. It's some concepts I've tried to adopt for sure. I'm the father of three. I have a 6-month-old, a 5-year-old, and a 4-year-old. And so sleeping is something that is kind of few and far between in our household. So I read this one. It's called Why We Sleep by Matthew Walker. It really looks into what your body does during sleep, how you recover, and then how you can optimize your sleep as far as how your body is reacting and things like that. This is a super nerdy book. It got like really, really detailed into the science of sleep. I found it very interesting, but it definitely was kind of a slog. Like I had to push my way through it to get through. But excellent book talking about sleep and how you can kind of help yourself sleep a little better. The next one, this one's been all around. I see Chris Voss everywhere these days, and I'm horrible at holding on to book jackets. Chris Voss is all over the place, but his book Never Split the Difference. He used to be the former lead hostage negotiator for the FBI. So his book is all about negotiations. I feel like in sales, a lot of salespeople that I have talked to are reading this and trying to do mirroring and, a lot of the negotiation tactics that he puts in this book. And that's all great. They're all really cool, really fascinating. I kind of took this one as a really interesting type of social dynamic book versus a manual. There's a lot of sales books out there that have all these tactics of, this and that, and this is how you can get your close rate better, and this is how you can do these type of things. And I don't get into any of that kind of stuff. I feel like especially these days, your customers can see through those kind of tactics. So I'm not trying to employ FBI negotiation techniques in my IT sales, but it was really interesting, and I've picked up a few things. I mean, the book is great, even if you're not looking to up your revenue or whatever. But the late night DJ voice is something I've used on my kids that works perfectly. So definitely check this one out. It's super, super good read. Chris Voss is a great writer. Never Split the Difference. And then currently I'm reading this one by, wow, look at that guy, Matthew McConaughey. His book Green Lights. This came out relatively recently. I listened to him on a few different podcasts during his press tour for the book. It's all right so far. See what I did there? All right. I'm I don't know, maybe a quarter of the way through it, and I'm going to keep going because I've heard amazing things. This is a #1 bestseller. And some of the stories that I've heard that I know are coming up in the book are super good, but yeah, this one, it's decent so far, and I'm going to stick with it. So reading old Matthew, little Mr. Texas. So yeah, this weekend, my son has invented a holiday, so we've got Rice Krispie Treat Day coming up tomorrow. Got some family coming over to taste test some different Rice Krispies and name one kid the Rice Krispie King. So we shall see how that goes. But for the rest of you, have a great weekend. Enjoy some sunshine and some coffee. Maybe grab a good book. And we'll catch you next week.